sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. From nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 12 carries, 68 yards.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hodges. The 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Bucky Hodges with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
A first down throw for Mariota. Caught left side is Beckham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From the red zone now, Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 58 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danny Shelton breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
This is caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mariota to sneak it, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcus Mariota taking it in. They're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right near the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down, McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Play action now. Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. B.J. Goodson. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards gets him back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but When you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to them, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On second down, Mariota again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Mariota to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. We've played a quarter here on Christmas Day. 7-all is the score. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Mariota again. It's caught. Beckham. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 6-yard line. Mariota now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Shaq Thompson in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a big play there for Oakland. 44 yards.
That was a nice pickup. Some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said,
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Play fake. Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. And the Steelers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. 8 yards there on a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. There's Dobbs to throw. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first. Dobbs now on second down. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down, Dobbs. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw is Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, he took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, 1 Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On play action, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
Well, following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached happy holidays. Larry, your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And he's got room. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They go play action. Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A little juke. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the forward down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On third down, it's White. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back to throw Dobbs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Let's go! Dobbs is throwing. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. He's continued to play well in the 3rd quarter. Now they've got the lead after trailing at halftime, so he's just looking, I guess, to continue the same recipe.
I agree totally. And
rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go. 1-0.
Back now in the East Bay. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away.
That's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now Mariota. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
First down, Mariota. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Play action now. Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Play fake. Mariota. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throw it. Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So a challenge is upon us.
After review of the play,
fresh set of downs here. From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Shaq Thompson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play action. They'll throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he rifles one incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. He hits Landry. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Downs to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 30. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. 23 yards on the play. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. That's complete to Meredith. The 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Mariota here to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Mariota to throw. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really
you